Well, we actually did this whole system when we started first on Ireland AM, and it was one of the first systems that I brought into Ireland many, many years ago, and it was very, very, very popular.
Let's have a look at how Catherine looked at 7 o'clock this morning. I think that's the best thing for our viewers. There she is there, very thinning hair on top. Right.
The net is the base. It's like a canvas. And the net is a very, very fine mesh, and Catherine won't feel this on her head.
So you can see the net here. It's along here, basically. So that's the net that goes onto that, basically onto the head, and you're pulling the hair through it.
And what
right?
we do is we integrate Catherine's hair through the netting, existing hair through it.
What do you think of that?
Oh, it's amazing. Just looks like hair, normal hair. Brilliant. Can't believe it.
I want to introduce you to the Volumizer. This is a specialised system. What we do is we create the cap, and as you can see, we use the Volumizer netting. We microbead the hair down, and we create for you a system that you cannot touch your hair. Now, there are many different levels to this. We can do a full head, which the whole netting is made into a full cap on your head, and then we create it with a hair topper and weft sewn around.
So I find this method very helpful because for women with trichotillomania, they find that when there's something on top of their heads, they tend not to find the urge to pull their hair. So this is a semi-permanent method, which means that the hair is grown underneath the netting, refraining them from pulling their own hair. So as you can see here, I'm going to turn this around. I'm feeding 3 strands. I'm keeping this taut. I'm pulling strands out of the netting of their own hair, and that's going to be clamped down with the micro bead. So we're going to feed the hair out, and depending on the type of density of the person's hair, we can feed through enough hair to attach on the hairpiece.
When this system is complete, it's a very, very comfortable system, and it needs to have maintenance about every 4 to 6 weeks. And then after about 3 months, it can be taken off and we put on again. And then the client can decide whether she wants to keep the netting system or reduce it. Because when we put the hair topper on, you can use the hair topper as clips also. If the client has tricot all the way down, we create the cap all the way down and make it into almost like a full wig. But again, as Eileen said, you cannot touch the hair, and this is what creates the regrowth. So what I'm going to do now is show you, we are putting the topper over the netting now, and then what happens there is then that is sewn around the top of the cap. And this creates such a natural look, and it's totally unnoticeable.